There's level to the game. We got people who like Kerry Washington, Tony Goldwyn's, Patrick Dempsey, Julia Roberts, who are just on a whole different level.
The Megan Goods. Put Megan Good
Is
in
she
there.
A-list?
Ooh, don't do Megan like that.
Okay, but anyway.
I know me stop. The way you shake it is your back. It do me does. Now you just got the my baby. I know me stop. I know me take it ding ding ding. Oh baby, so free, make you know give me better.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of yours truly, BlaqKoffee. Before we begin today, please smash that like button, comment, share, as well as subscribe, and tell us how we're doing. We are in the middle of season 2, and we'd love to hear what your critiques are, what things you would like to hear as we continue this road of BlaqKoffee. Well, as always, I'm here with Sister Crenshaw, the village queen. What's up, Jane? How you doing?
You gotta stop. But I'm doing good, JT. I'm trying to do my best to enjoy this hot summer out here in the Bay Area.
Ooh.
It's undoable right now. It's like 95 to almost to hit 100 by the end of the day.
Wait. 95 in the Bay?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
And if y'all don't know, the Bay is usually much cooler than like inland.
Really? No?
Yeah. Well, maybe not your part of the Bay, because you're in. Well, I want to give you. Oh.
Beep beep.
Yeah, we're gonna put a beep there.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want some. No.
Nah. You can beep it.
It's a crazy world, but yeah, go ahead.
It's hot.
It's just hot in general.
It's 96 right now.
And you know what? It is 106 here in Sacramento, so I get your pain.
Mind you, if it was in Bakersfield, it's 115.
What? Oh, I know Ebony and them suffering.
Mm.
I know Ebony and Garrett. We're gonna say a little prayer for you.
Yeah, y'all ain't heat all town.
And your cats, and the bearded dragon, and the snake, and the turtle. They got the whole jungle. I love y'all. That's my family right there. But yeah, go ahead.
I can finally say this because I told myself I didn't want to talk myself out of it. I am running the San Francisco Marathon this coming week. I'm excited to accomplish this goal I put on myself. And yeah, just happy. And it's giving me an opportunity to tour San Francisco by running. So you see me
congratulations,
and puffing past
Jane.
that bridge. Yeah.
Congratulations, Jane. I'm excited for you. I know you've been putting months and months of hard work. You've been risking your knees and everything to run this marathon. So I know you're going to do well. And yeah, we can't wait to see what the results are. Well, we got some cray mess for y'all today to learn from, to discuss. If y'all don't know by now, and y'all probably know by now, there are some strikes currently going on in Hollywood. And so we're not going to get any new TV shows, any new movie for a very long time. Reality TV is, I mean, if y'all into that, is going to be, I guess, the placeholder, because actors as well as screenwriters, they are fighting for better pay and are striking until they get what they're putting out there. In terms of the actors, the 160,000 member Screen Actors Guild Union, or SAG-AFTRA, they went on strike last Friday, and this is their first strike since 1980. And then in terms of the Screenwriters Union, this is 11,000 member union strong. They went on strike at the beginning of June, and this is their first strike since 2007, 2008. And so they are striking simultaneously together. And this is their first dual strike in Hollywood since 1960. Some people are asking, okay, don't actors make a lot of money? Don't, what is this whole thing about? Well, y'all wrong.
Mhm.
The average pay for, let's say, actors here in California, for example, is just $28 per hour. And that's not including taxes and commission that they have to pay, as well as transportation fees or additional fees that's not covered by whatever studio they're working for. And so, Jane, I know you got a lot to say about this. There's a lot going on. Give us some details, and what are your thoughts on what the main points they're striking for?
The main point they are marching for is basically they want health insurance and livable wage. If you're not making a certain amount of money, you will lose your insurance. And most of these people have family they gotta take care of, so they just want piece of the pie. These networks are making billions and billions of dollars. Now you got streaming services, so a show you probably get one time payment and that's just it. But streaming, you can watch these shows millions and millions of times until your heart goes, ding. But I'm just saying. But it's the truth. You can watch these shows million times. I mean, hey, you can watch these shows many times, but the actors are like, okay, we want pieces of the pie, so let's go and renegotiate our contract so we can get some better insurance and better wages. Another thing, 2 points. Do you know who Amanda Steele is? She was on the HBO show Insecure. She said she didn't start making real money until that show. So that show really blessed her. And she's been around for a long time. Another one, Leslie Jones. Well-known comedian. Most people probably know her from the remake of Ghostbusters or SNL, Saturday Night Live.
SNL. Yeah.
She didn't start making real money to the age of 45. She's like real money to the point that she misses, if she goes a year without working, she's good. She's good. And she's saying that not everybody in Hollywood is making that type of money. So she's also on the front lines marching with her colleagues, requesting better pay for everybody. Obviously, yeah, there's level to the game. We got people who like Kerry Washington, Tony Goldwyn's, Patrick Dempsey, Julia Roberts, who are just on a whole different level.
The Megan Goods. Put Megan Goods.
Is she A-list?
Ooh, don't do Megan like that.
Okay, but anyways, you're going off trail. Anyways, not everyone is lucky to be on that level. So, again, another one. People assume that you hear Hollywood, it means rich. No, it's not. They're not rich. So it's not the rich complaining. It's people just like me and you, so happy to be actors and actresses who just want livable wages. And I think that's fair. And these greedy corporations are not like budging. So, like you said, we're gonna be here for a long haul. So get ready for the Zeus networks to take over with the reality shows and yeah.
Ooh. Ain't nobody want to see Jocelyn in them. But you know what? That's probably they the ones who going to be entertaining folks for a while because, I mean, Jane, you made some very good points. I do want to, because you mentioned health insurance, right? And in order to qualify for health insurance, actors have to make, at least for union-sponsored health insurance, actors have to make, I think, just over $26,000 per year. And on paper, people will say, I mean, don't actors make more than that? Only 13% actually qualify for insurance and make over that income level. So that tells you that many of these people who we see on Hulu, on Netflix, on whatever TV show and series, whether they're supporting actors and actresses, writers, or maybe the B, C, and D list actors, they're not making the money to be able to keep roofs over their heads. And you mentioned residuals, Jane. Whether it's TV acting, whether it's movies, acting is a very unpredictable job career. So you might be employed for 4, 5, 6 months while shooting is occurring, while they're shooting scenes. But outside of that, you're relying on the residuals from your past jobs to keep you afloat until you get the next gig. And for those of y'all who don't know what residuals are, they're basically like royalty payments. So think of like how in the music industry, singers get paid royalties based upon a song being replayed over and over. Well, same thing here. Actors and other folks involved in the show, they get royalty payments based upon how often that show is replayed. But the residuals model has changed because, okay, let's go back before Netflix and Hulu became popular, became a thing. When people were still watching cable TV, it was easy to calculate what the residuals would look like because they could say, okay, 7:30 p.m. Everybody Hates Chris is coming on. 1.5 million American households watched it at that time. So they could pay the actors on that show based upon the solid number of people who watched the show at that slot. Now, with streaming services, it's not as easy to calculate because, I mean, somebody might watch a show for a couple minutes and then, depending on which package you bought, in terms of Hulu or Netflix, you might not have advertisements and, there's more details and more murkiness basically with streaming services. Let's take Kim Glenn from Orange is the New Black. She went on TikTok the other day and showed that her residual check was $27.30
Out of how many episodes?
from 44 episodes.
44.
She was on 44 episodes, some of which she had to do nude scenes. But yet her residual, her royalty payment was $27. We're talking about an industry where CEOs, executive producers, big time studios, we see the budgets for these movies. They're pulling in millions of dollars per year. Yet the very people who make that art are not getting paid fairly. The very people who are writing these scripts, because people think it's just, you write the script and that's it. You give it to the actor. No, these writers actually have to work with the actors. It's almost like an interpretation relationship because the actor is interpreting what that writer is conveying. And then if it doesn't work for the actor, they have to go back and forth to make sure that, oh, hey, this works for me. This is what I'm going to convey to, to our audience, right? And they're not getting paid livable wages. I myself, I got to say, I was shocked to learn that they made less than 28 per hour, and that's not year round. I thought it was a little bit more than that, but yeah.
You know who's not gonna be affected?
Ooh, who? Tell us.
Tyler Perry. He writes and produces his own show.
Oh,
He's the only one like, whoo. He's like, oh, I still won't get back to work. But then again, no, because some of them are part of the SAG union, so no. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be on the lines. He don't need to, but just to support his little folks, he might be there.
Well, as much money he make, he need to get them people better haircuts and wigs and costumes. But we actually talked about Tyler Perry before, I believe on a few episodes, in terms of he does all the writing, all the production, and most of the behind the scenes tasks by himself. He doesn't.
I wonder why his shows are not so good.
But yeah, you see how it affects the quality. But I know that's a different topic here. Guess who's disappointed?
Obviously, it's gonna be some billionaire who's upset that these people got the nerve to march. Who is it?
Ooh, Bob Iger, who is the CEO of Disney, who, by the way, makes $27 million. He said that these writers and actors are being unrealistic and says that this ain't the right time to strike. But honestly, when is the right time? I mean, the purpose of a strike is to what? Disrupt. Is to pause, is to bring change. And so for you to say this is not the right time, when it's not only the pay that's an issue, AI.
Yes, that's another
Automated
thing.
intelligence. Go ahead. What do
These
you
networks want to give these actors one-time payment to use their likeness as AI, and that's ridiculous. Because who's going to sell their stuff off like that? A one-time payment when you could use my likeness and my voice to come up with some crazy story without my permission, but you already sold yourself off for like chump change to them. Yeah, that's another aspect, and a lot of actors and actresses are saying, no, we want some of that money. Why you get to have all of it?
Jane, that's real scary to see that studios are considering a one-time payment for these actors when it comes to using their likeness through AI. Um, now, y'all, I don't want y'all to think that AI is some type of new technology in
No, it's not
Hollywood.
new.
They've been using it in Hollywood productions for years to de-age actors and actresses, to make cartoon heroes look real, and to just reduce the editing process and not having to reshoot certain scenes. However, now because AI has progressed to a point where, I mean, we've seen we've seen some of these AI photos where you're able to like put somebody in a suit and it looks so real, or you're able to put somebody's head on another body and it looks like this person looks like. So AI has come to a point where now they're considering to replace background actors, extras, the very people who want to get their careers started in Hollywood and start off as Hollywood extras. They're going to be replaced. This is a threat to art. And honestly, I would say besides pay, AI is probably a little bit more contentious when it comes to the strike argument, because this would definitely affect everything else,
Mm-hmm.
including pay.
Even with the writing, if they don't get agreement with the writers, you can just tell AI how you want your story to go.
Right. Right. And I don't know if you remember, was it a few months back? Now I'm not on TikTok. I know we have a TikTok for BlaqKoffee, but I'm not on TikTok. But I do remember there was like a Tom Cruise AI that was floating around a few months back, where it wasn't like he didn't act in it, but they were able to recreate Tom Cruise and it looked so realistic. Matter of fact, I'll probably post a picture on this episode so you guys can see. This is what studios are doing, because what it does for them is they can keep millions in their pockets and not have to pay the very people who interpret their art.
AI is going to kill the arts. It is. So we got to find a way to go against AI and just stay true to the arts and having the people show emotion, not some robot.
And Jane, this is why I've been saying this for a long time. Congress, or in this case, these production studios, when they come to an agreement, they need to make a policy that says AI can be used to enhance a performance, to edit, to, perfect certain scenes, but to replace actors, no. And even besides Hollywood, right? This conversation about the expansion of AI, this is nothing new, because we've been talking about how, yes, on one end, automated intelligence makes life more convenient. Chat GBT, you're able to use other softwares to make things, make life a little bit easier. However, unregulated AI, I believe there's more cons, because now we're talking about massive job loss. Look at what they're fighting for in Hollywood now. And even besides that, Walmart, right? You go to any Walmart in this country and there's only going to be 2 or 3 cashier lines open. Everything is self-checkout. That's why when Walmart was
That's mostly
complaining
all
that they
stores.
all stores now, even Target. And that's why when they complain about people stealing, I'm like, well, you invest in self-checkout, so people are going to do a self-discount.
No, for real.
But it's true, because they're so greedy. They don't want to pay, let's say, the local college kid who needs that job to pay for college, needs that cashier job to pay for college, or the single mother who needs that part-time cashier job to pay for living expenses for her kids. They don't care about that. What else? It limits human contact and socialization. So if AI makes its way, makes a deeper path in Hollywood, the natural socialization process that you see between actors, that's going to diminish. Besides cybercrime.
Look at the tech world. You see massive
Not even
layoff.
even besides the tech world, Jane, the music industry. You see all them fake songs they put Drake's voice on? They actually had a track with Frank Sinatra singing Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I kid you not. And it sounds funny to us, but what does that do to real artists? It takes away from their profit. It takes away from their art. And so it's a huge problem when your cousin, well, when your friends and them, Elon Musk
Not my cousin.
and well, I mean, ain't he African?
He
I mean,
ain't
he's
cousin.
African.
He was okay. Anyways, continue.
But no, honestly, it's a problem when Elon Musk and Steve Wozniak and all these other guys, even they are coming out and saying, okay, we need strict regulation of AI. It's gone way too far, unregulated.
Yeah, when the greedy is complaining, it's something serious.
But you know what? Honestly, whether it's Hollywood, whether it's tech, whether it's, in commercial stores and whatnot, this is the greed of capitalism. And I really do feel bad for these Hollywood actors and actresses because many of them, this is their life passion. This is their life work. I'm a musician, so I totally understand protecting your art and wanting to get. I mean, I'm not a professional musician, but if I were to get paid fairly for it, and the fact that these studios and big time $1 million CEOs and executive producers, y'all are talking about this is not the right time to strike, and this is it's again, it ties back to unregulated capitalism and out of tune greed.
I agree. Well, let's buckle up for a reality show series because that's all we're gonna get, or just gonna be watching massive reruns. I'm going to check out Insecure again.
Well, Insecure was pretty good. I think Insecure got a little insecure at the end.
Oh, you talking about Molly?
I mean, I mean, the
character.
writing, it seemed like it went like really quick.
Really?
In my opinion, yeah.
Well, we're gonna talk more
okay.
offline. We're gonna talk more offline, but
No, look at that last season, especially the second half of it. It just felt very rushed. I don't know if they were just trying to get through it or the writing was just as much as I think the show was a great concept. It did seem a little rushed at the end.
I disagree. I think everyone got their conclusion respectfully. Yeah, I think everything was good. Issa, the only character I could not stand was Molly. I feel like everybody have a Molly in their friend group. A hater.
Ooh.
I mean, hater.
Isn't she your fellow Nigerian? Well,
I said Molly is a character, not the real person. The person who played her, Yvonne, she's okay. I'm talking about Molly. Not too much on her. But anyways, let's get suited up for your what?
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm gonna rewatch my Snowfall. I love my.
I never really got into that show.
And you from LA?
Okay.
That should be honestly. I got to give it to the production staff at Snowfall, and honestly, John Singleton, God rest his soul. Snowfall was or is an awesome show. It really talks about the crack epidemic of the 80s and how the US government participated in it. But the acting, the writing, and just if you're from LA or you've been to LA, it really like conveys 80s LA culture so well. And so while y'all watching Tubi and at Zeus, I will be watching Snowfall, maybe How to Get Away with Murder, Queen of the South. Yeah.
Viola Davis, that's her Oscar winning snot tears. Yes. Let's get it for Auntie. Yes. You're gonna have a time in life watching that show. I'm going to rewatch. Okay, if you're gonna kill me, I don't care. I'm gonna rewatch Scandal again. Scandal and Grey's Anatomy.
That's your show. Y'all, if y'all don't know, Jane, Scandal, Scandal and Grey's Anatomy. That's your show. She reps hard for that, y'all.
It's just something about Shonda and her writing. I'm a fangirl. I'm fanning right now, but she doing her thing. She doing her thing. But besides that, I'm gonna partake into finish Bear. It's a new show on Hulu. What's
that about?
It's a guy who's a chef. He comes back to Chicago. Family restaurant is run down, and he's trying to revamp it to make it like a well-known restaurant in Chicago.
Okay.
But it's very good, very good. And then it's a good show to binge watch in the meantime.
Well, that's all that we have for y'all today. We hope that y'all enjoyed this episode. Let us know what you think about these topics that we presented to y'all. I know some a little controversial, but Jane, go ahead and take it away.
Health is wealth. Don't be surprised to be your own people.
Yep.
Dream big. And this is BlaqKoffee, everyone.
This is BlaqKoffee. We love you, and we'll see you next time.
Next time, everyone. Bye.
Oh baby, so free, make you no give me best.